over here, and I'm going to go back to broker page on the left hand side. So now that I've added and updated my contact info, as you can see, it says my profile, there's a photo, it has my name, John Doe, it's got the NW Champions website, and then it's got the phone numbers that I've inputted. So once you're on the third bar, once you've inputted all your contact information in your photo, you're going to go to add or change my address if you need to add or change your address. So right now there's not currently an address in here because I'm using an example page, but you would normally have your mailing address in there. You might want to edit that and put the office address if you want all your client mail to go to the office or something like that. So I'm going to input the office's address, which is 19312 60th Avenue West. This is for our Linwood office location. And it's suite number D as in dog in Linwood, Washington, and 98036 is the address. So I'm going to, now that I've input the address, it looks good to me, I'm going to click on Submit Changes, and then you can click on this little bar to go back, and it says Address Updated, click to go back, and that'll take you back to your profile, or you could go on the left hand side over here and click on Broker Page. So the last but not least, we're going to add or change my staff bio. This one's really important because if your client tries to look up your page and there's nothing written about you, then that's, you know, it doesn't really give them something to go off of. Plus, if you have clients, if you don't have clients and these are just random people who happen to be browsing our website, they come across your page and you have a bio, it's really, it really pops to see your bio come out, whereas other people may have a smaller bio, or they may not have personality traits or things that don't relate to that client. So if you want to type in a bio, it has its own little editing system that's kind of like Word, which is really nice. So you're going to want to just type in and answer some generic questions. So it does have like a frequently asked questions section here for if you're trying to edit it, but that's the point of this class. So I'm telling you hopefully the answers that you're looking for. So, so first I'm going to type in my name is Jennifer. And so as you can see, the text is really small. So I'm going to change these things at the end. So my base is just, I'm going to kind of type in the information that I look for, or that the client might be looking for. So my name is Jennifer. I am passionate about real estate. I have been in the business for over 5 years and have worked individually as well as with a team. I have closed over 20, now maybe let's aim the bar a little higher. Let's say 40 transactions in the King and Snohomish County area. Let's see, what else could we say? I know one of our agents that was in the military. That's always a good thing to mention if you have been in the military in the past. There's a lot of clients that find that admirable and can relate to that. If you could talk about your personal life a little bit. I would keep it minimal though. Just say I have a family. I have 2 kids that I adore very much, and I love golfing and swimming. Something like that. That'll throw in there just a little personal touch. You might want to say that you work with condos a lot, that you work with waterfront a lot. So I'm just kind of giving some examples of what might benefit you in your profile. So I'm actually going to format it now. So I'm going to now it's kind of just one big jumble, it's a paragraph, so I'm going to format it and put it in a different area. So the first line is my name is Jennifer, comma. I'm actually going to put the second line down a little bit So I'm going to press enter and then bring that down to the next line. So it says, I'm passionate about real estate. I've been in the business for over 5 years and have worked individually as well as with a team. I've closed over 40 transactions, which I made a spelling error here for transactions, so I'm going to actually change that. Transactions in the King and Snohomish County area. So that looks great. So I want to make it a little bigger, so I'm actually going to click at the end of it and drag my mouse to highlight everything, and I'm going to go up here to font size. I want to change it a little bigger, so I'm going to go to 12 point and see how big that makes that. So that looks great to me. I think 12 point is pretty good. It's easily readable for the client and everything. If you want to make things fancy, you can make them colorful. I'm going to put Jennifer in italics, so I'm clicking right before my name, and I'm going to drag it to highlight it and then let go. And I'm going to go up here to the italic icon and click on that, and that's going to make my name do the fancy slanty thing to the right. So I'm going to make King and Snohomish County. I'm going to highlight that and make that bold so that they see that those are my main areas that I work in. And so I've italicized my name. I've made King and Snohomish County bold. I kind of want to make the word team stand out, so I'm going to underline the word team. So I've highlighted it, and I'm going to click the underline button, so the U with the underline under it. So these are your three main effect icons, is the bold, italicize, and underline. So those are the three main ones you're going to want to use. And then I want to change the color of the word team. So I want it to pop out a little bit. So I'm going to go over here to this little color palette. And when I hover my mouse over it, it says select text color. So that's nice too. And if you're not sure of what anything is on these little icon things, a lot of the time you can hover your mouse over it and it'll tell you what they are. So there's even an emoticons area where you can add these little smiley faces in. So that's pretty cool. So, but for now I'm going to go back to change text color, so that's the little color palette. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to choose the color that I want to change it to. So I want to change it to a purple. So I'm hovering my mouse over the purple color, and as you can see it shows the purple color in the area at the bottom, or whatever color I'm hovering over. I'm going to click on that, and then when I click off of the word team, as you can see, the word team is now purple. So when it's highlighted, you won't be able to tell that it changed color, other than when I highlight things, it's white, and when I highlight team, it's green. So it actually shows you that. So individually, I'm going to also change color as well, because I want them to know that I've worked individually. So I'm going to change the word individually to a different color, and I'm going to change that one to orange. So there we go. So now I'm going to click off of it. You know, I don't think this is big enough, so I'm actually going to highlight it again, and I'm going to make it bigger. So I'm going to go up here to the font size area, and I'm going to make it bigger. So I chose 14 size font, and then I'm going to go up here, and while it's highlighted, I might as well do everything at once. So while it's highlighted, I'm going to change the font. So I'm going to make it into a different kind of type, is what it is. So right now I'm not sure what it's on, but I'm going to choose one of these. You don't really get an example, so I'm going to choose impact. So I want to make an impact, so if I choose the word impact, then hopefully that'll work. So I think that made too much of an impact. They're kind of blocky letters and they're not easily readable, so I'm going to re-highlight that, and I'm going to change the font again, and I'm going to change it to terminal. Okay, terminal is a little better. It's kind of computery and techy, so if I wanted to kind of use that as my thing, then I can use that, or I can go to a very common one. So there's very common ones like Times New Roman. Georgia is a fairly common one, and Arial is a fairly common one. So I'm going to choose Georgia, and that one's pretty to me. I think I'm going to keep Georgia, and then I'm going to go down to the next line, and I'm going to say, thank you for reading my profile. And then I want to put in an emoticon. So with the mouse just hanging out here, I'm going to click on this little smiley face button, and I'm going to insert one of these little guys. So there's a couple of cute ones. I'm going to input the big smile. Well, actually, I'm going to go with the cool guy with the sunglasses. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to input him, and then if I change my mind and think I made a mistake, there is a undo button. So that's really nice. There's an undo button just like in Word and in some of the other common Microsoft programs. So if you click undo, it'll remove the last thing you did. So I changed my mind about the smiley. I don't think I'm going to put the smiley in anymore, so I click the undo button. Or you could just, if you had the smiley in there, you could just hit the backspace button and that will take it away too. So that's an option as well. So after I'm done with all my profile and everything, I'm going to submit changes. It's looking good to me. It says your profile has been updated. Click here to preview your profile page. So I'm going to click there. And this is what my new little profile looks like. So that's really great. I actually helped one of our other agents make a profile. He has a very nice bio, Don Davenport, so I'm going to show you his a nice example too. He typed up his own bio and I helped him put it in. So he's a retired veteran Navy pilot with over 28 years of active duty service. He likes working with military. He talks about his experience. He has closed hundreds of transactions in many different market conditions, all that stuff. So that's a good one. Another good example of a fantastic profile to use as a kind of example one to go off of is Pat Lords. So I'm going to go to Pat Lord's profile. She's all the way in the LORDs. And I'm going to show my agent page and show you hers. So she has her resume here too. She has her awards, her achievements, everything like that. And then she also has a link to her real estate website. So her real estate website has even more information on it. And it has these nice colorful information about her too. So you can do that as well. These websites are actually made through Chris Malabon at homesfactory.com. So if you are interested in getting your own website, you can talk to him about that too. So I'm going to close out her personal website. I'm just going to use the back button on the browser. And I'm going to click on broker page one more time. And I'm going to go back into add or change my staff bio. So the last little thing I'm going to show you real quick is a lot of you guys have your resume or your bio already on a site. So you may have it on Facebook, you may have it on LinkedIn, you may have it on any of the personal networking sites. And you may just want to snag it off of there instead of retyping the whole thing. Click on patlord.com and I'm going to copy her profile off of here and paste it into my Champions profile. So that's going to be the easiest way for me. So I'm going to click right before the words that I want to start highlighting, and I'm going to hold the cursor down or hold the button down, and I'm going to come all the way down here and I'm going to scroll down, and so if you hold and you move the mouse to the bottom of the screen, it'll automatically move the page down. So then I'm going to go to the end of it, where I'm done, and I'm going to let go of the button. I'm going to right click, so use the right button and right click on the highlighted part. So it has to be on the highlighted portion, and I'm going to go to this word copy right here. I'm going to regular click the word copy, and then I'm going to go back to my Champions page. So I'm going to go into my Champions page. I want to replace this, so I'm actually going to click and highlight. So I'm holding the button down and I'm done now, so I'm going to let go. And then I'm going to right click over the highlighted part and I'm going to go to paste. It's going to ask if you want the web page to allow access. You definitely do want to allow access. It's trying to access your clipboard, quote unquote, which is where it puts information in between. So when you copy something, it holds it in the clipboard and puts it in between. So I clicked on allow access, and now it just kind of took out my stuff. So I'm going to go in there and re-click on paste. So I right-clicked and clicked on paste, and now I have her full profile already in here now. So now if I wanted to go through, I could go through and edit things, change colors, make things bigger, and do stuff like that. But now I don't have to do any of the typing portion because I took it off of my website. I'm going to click on Submit Changes. So here's the new version, and that was really easy breezy, so I just copied and pasted it. So that's it for the Champions profile. Hopefully you learned how to maintain and do your Champions profile. And then if you have any questions, call our friendly office staff.
Thank you. Thank you.